Yeah, to the peoples out there. Hope everybody's having a good day or a good night. I realize, every time I make a video, I don't know what time frame you're living in. It could be nighttime or daytime for you. In my case, it doesn't really matter. I'm up in the day when I want to be, and I'm up into the night when I want to be. I'm retired, okay? Now, this is, I guess, what you'd call a MGTOW video, or some, I guess, pronounce it MGTOW, MGTOW, meaning men going their own way. Okay, I've made some before. If you look down through my videos, I've got some MGTOW videos. I'm not a woman hater, but I am a person, I am intelligent, and I do not do anything because society taught me, indoctrinated me to believe that I'm supposed to play a certain role and do certain things. Like, I'm a believer, why am I supposed to take a woman out to eat at a nice restaurant and then she decides if she wants to share intimacy with me? To me, that is ridiculous nonsense. You never, if you're going to pay out money, get the merchandise first. If I take a woman out to eat, you can only know she shared intimacy with me. Because why else would I have any value for her, unless we're paying our own way. They call that Dutch. Let's say I've got a woman friend, and she's like Pauline. She's a woman friend. But anytime she mentions, oh, why don't we go to Red Lobster? And I'm like, okay, I like to go to Red Lobster, but Pauline, you got to pay your own way. And she understands that because she knows the type of person I am, okay? We also occasionally, once or twice a week, share intimacy or have for about 3 weeks now since I picked her up in Lufkin, Texas. But I did that for her because she's done things for me in the past, So, it works out. One hand washes the other, so to say. But here's why I don't have any woman, I don't want any woman dependent on me or even living with me. Here's the reason why. First off, well, my criteria drives most women away. Because when I say I don't want a person around me that drinks any kind of liquor at all, and they're going to be, sometimes I like to be a social drinker. I'm like, goodbye. That's what I tell them. Nobody needs to consume alcohol. It only intoxicates the brain and screws up your health, okay? I don't want to be around it. I don't want no part of it. I've had some people say, are you a recovering alcoholic? Hell no. I've never been a drinker. I never have. As a teenager, other kids did it in high school way back in the early 70s. I didn't do the crap because I thought it was stupid. Why would I need to do that? I've always loved iced tea. I'm into caffeine. Good old iced tea without sugar and coffee, or just water or whatever, That's what I'm into. And that satisfied me right there. Other than that, I am my own happiness because, I'm broad-minded. I'm versatile, have several interests. I'm not obsessed with any one thing, But here's why I don't have a woman in my life. This is going to sound stupid, but it's true. It actually makes any man a fool to have a woman in his life as far as a relationship. Cell phones and automobiles, whether it be cars, SUVs. Those two things right there destroy what can be a good relationship, and I'll tell you why. Because today, any woman of any age, generally, and more than generally, actually, when you're around her, whether she's at your place or you're out somewhere, she's going to constantly be saying, "Oh, let me see who's texting me. This might be one of my grandkids. This might be my job trying to get a hold of me." That's going to keep. Her foot's going to keep going in your mouth. You're trying to talk or get to know them. They'll never get to know you because their cell phone is going to play chimes, or it's going to go ding-a-ling, and it's going to be, "Oh, I got a text that just came in." Okay, that's one big problem. All cell phones should be taken from women, or cell phones need to be made to where text cannot happen. Cannot happen. And next thing, automobiles. If a woman is in your life, here's what you're going to be plagued with. Even if she makes more money than you, for example, it's going to constantly be, could you go look? There's a sound, a clicking sound. It sounds like it's coming from the front wheel of my car. Or there's this sound under the car. Could you look at that? See, they want you to be their mechanic on duty. Why? Because they never learned to do this for themselves. They are people that just want a gasoline-powered chariot, to maneuver here, there, and everywhere. But then they don't want to take care of the upkeep. They want to put that on the man. So even though they say we are equal, how is that being equal if I am enslaved to them and their screw-ups? Okay. Those two things right there. And women are territorial. They're totally territorial. And because they're going to be going to some kind of job, the majority of them, unless you find someone that's retired, like I am. They're going to be constantly going to a job. They're going to bring their work home with them. "Oh, I just can't stand this guy at work. He treats us like shit." Or this other woman, I just can't get along. I'm going to ask them to move me to another part of the company so I don't have to work with her. You're going to have to hear all this shit because that is life. Any job anybody has, there's going to be, situations, things that is going to bother them at the job place. And that's going to affect whoever you have a relationship with. You're going to have to be part of that crap. Okay, so, and if she's out driving around all the damn time, when she's not working, she's going to be going to Walmart to buy clothes. Well, if a person's territorial and they work all the time, here's what that equals. A person that is not settled down. They are not settled down. Even if they might want to be settled down, they are still not settled down. Because if they're out driving around or going to their job all the time or talking on their damn cell phone or getting texts, how are they with you? They can be right next to you and touch you on the nose, but they're still a million miles from you. If they're owned by a cell phone, their vehicle, and their job place, and have debts they have to contend with, debts involved. That right there is why I don't have a relationship, and no man should have a relationship. Have casual friends. Casual friends. I've had a lot of casual friendships with women. Let's see, Trish, Rose, Pauline, who else? Mary Frances, different ones. I can be their acquaintance. And if I want to have sex with them, I'll tell them. If they don't want to have sex, it's like fine. Because I don't spend any money on them anyway. But one thing I have learned about women, they are sexual creatures. You mentioned what some videos by Mark Rudolph. He's called the No Nonsense Man. You know, and he says don't spend money on women. Don't do that these days. I mean, you know, the women themselves, you know, this women's lib shit, I remember. That crap started coming off the ground around 1969 when I was only 13 years old. You know, because I could see how girls and women were acting back then. And by the early 70s, that women lib shit, it was out of hand. It was totally out of hand. I mean, and it's escalated ever since then. You know, women don't see, in general, don't see value in men. And, you know, most of them don't even know what love is because they're thinking financially all the time. Well, is the guy going to be able, how many figures of money does he make? Does he make 6 figures a year or whatever? See, they're thinking about things like that. But they don't think about if the son of a bitch is a damn alcoholic and a fucking pothead. See, they don't think about that. That's why they get with these aloof, idiotic guys and they keep screwing up in relationships. They need to start going by the quality of the person, you know, instead. But in men, my God, don't get married. You know, any man that gets married these days, he's a fool. You're a fool because all the odds are in his favor. There is no gain for you at all. Everything's going to work against you because from the beginning, when you marry a woman, there's that marriage license. It's going to link you up in the state you live in. Okay, they have to share that information with the Internal Revenue Service. Okay, she can just pick up and leave you or start screwing around on you. And guess what's going to happen? If you're married, they're going to make you split every damn thing you have with her, half of your damn bank account and everything you have. And if there's children involved, you're going to be a damn money work slave is what's going to happen. Because that child support shit, I've been watching this crap since I turned 18 in 1974, and I started getting to know people, and if the job place, all these guys would be, man, I gotta pay my child support or they'll put me in jail. My God, it was an epidemic even in the mid-70s. And you know what? Any woman I've ever known about child support money, they don't spend that on those kids. They spend that for car payments and rent and to go places, to go to nightclubs looking for another man. When they land some a-hole alcoholic guy from a nightclub where they go dancing with their other bitch friends from their job, okay, what it is, they use the child support money to support his lame ass. See, that's reality. You know, when the averages of things happen in this life, the averages, the most likely things occur in this life, you have to treat it as that, okay? You have to see it as that. See, divorce family court laws, I call it divorce law corporation. It's to make judges and attorneys, lawyers, a bunch of damn money. Screwing over men is what it is. You know, that's the way I see it. Totally. You know, to make money slaves, either pay money or go to jail. You know, that, when child support first started, it was wrong because in old England, they had debtor's prison. If you owed somebody's money, they'd put you in prison until you paid it, but then people couldn't pay it because they was in prison. Well, child support is debtor's prison, people. It's totally unconstitutional. It's wrong. Because, see, our Bill of Rights in the United States of America, we are penalized for not using money. In other words, we have the right to live off of the soil, off of the land, and off of the livestock. Nobody is required to make money. So if I live off the land, and I live out in the country, so to say, and I've got my own water well, and chickens that I can eat, and corn and potato crop. Okay, so a judge is going to tell me, you pay her $1,000 a month for those 2 kids, or you will go to jail. And I tell the judge, but I've never handled money, Your Honor. Well, you're going to have to get a job. See, they're taking away agriculture from you. It doesn't fit, people. It's against our Bill of Rights. What United States was meant to be, America was meant to be, has been taken away by a bunch of damn crooks. But see, it's the fact that I'm not a woman hater, but you got to see things for what they are. If one human is more empowered than I am, and court of law is involved, I'm not going to be around a person that has too much power that they can do anything they want to me, like take my savings account, or my annuities or bonds, or make me to have to sell my house or whatever. If a person has that much power, I don't give a damn who they are. I'm going to cut ties with that person, and sever myself from them and get them the hell away from me. And when you marry a woman, you're empowering that person. They can do anything they want to do to you at their whim, guys. But, to put it in a simple but direct, absolute way, and then I'm going to cut off with this video. Sign off, as they say. Yeah. And I know I don't get many views on my videos, but it's not lost. I also save them, and I'm going to start scattering them on the internet. Like TikTok, Patreon, different places, start scattering them. And it will. It's not a loss. Because the videos I make, any video I make, it can help people if you'll let it. If people don't like it, that's fine. But we have to allow, free enterprise. That's part of American Bill of Rights, our heritage, legacy. Allow everybody to express their opinion and their feelings about things, okay? But to the women out there, I'm 67, and oh God, I'm still very sexual. I haven't slowed down in that department at all. But the reason I've been single for 16 years, it's because of the things I've mentioned in this video. I don't hate any of you. You women out there, you're having to eat every day, live life just like I am. Your feet get sore, sometimes your back hurts, or you get a headache. You're just like me. But all the things that you're owned by, ladies, all the things you're owned by, it affects me, and it separates you from me, to where you don't have time for me. So any woman comes to me as far as a relationship, you're only going to drain off my energy and finances. You see what I mean? Sometimes people do things to themselves or whatever. But anyway, that's all I can think about to touch base on today. It's getting hot. It's June 5th today or whatever. That bright sunshine, or whatever. Oh, man. Yeah, I think I'll listen to some rock music. I like to click on top hits, rock music, and I'll tell you what really rocks my boat. 1967, 1968, and 1969. Top 100 rock songs. And it's like 2 hours or more of song after song after song after song. That really rocks my boat. It really rocks my boat. Okay. Oh, okay, what else except, okay, sorry y'all had to listen to me again, but men, be smart. Forget about relationships nowadays. Forget about it. Learn to enjoy other things and like save money, guys. Every $100 you make, put $20 of it in a savings account. Make that a religion in your life. Instead of following society's cult rituals, they're bullshit. Create another religion cult ritual. Every time I have 100, I must put 20 of it in a savings account at a bank. And keep doing this, see, and your money will grow, and you all can do it. You all can do it. But anyway, later people, and don't take wooden nickels. And it's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. See how happy this man is being single for 16 years? See how happy I am? Okay, where's that stop button? Come here. Come here, stop button. Okay. Ah.